Okay, so this is a thing that I've wanted to rant about for a long time. This is a video about the DoorDash girl situation. After a good amount of research with valid evidence, I think it's time for me to share my opinion on this. So pause before you say,
"She opened the door."
And if you have actual concrete evidence about this, then send it to me. No AI, no rumors. Also, if it sounds like I'm reading a script, it's because I am, so I can, be professional and get to the point without rambling on and on and on. Okay, so basically for those who don't know, in October, there was this video that had gone viral about this woman showing a naked man with his door wide open, pants and undies down to his ankles, with an arm over his face. I'm showing the video on the screen, and as you can see, she is not opening the door.
That's fucked up.
I'm so disappointed in everyone who hadn't believed her, and this is including myself. At first I did not believe her, but I started to do research, and I looked at her videos and things like that. First and foremost, for those who are saying she is faking it are disgusting. People like you are the reason why so many victims don't come out about their own stories. Plus, she's honestly lucky to have proof of her story, and when she posted it, you can expect a bit of support, right? Wrong. There was nothing but blaming the victim and supporting the bad guy. I've seen every excuse for the book that you guys have created for this man. I've heard people say that he was drunk, so it's fine, and it's just like, okay. First of all, if he was drunk, it still doesn't make it valid for him to show his junk like that. He still flashed someone. What if a kid walked by and saw that? Would it still be okay if he was drunk? Second of all, you are literally standing up for the bad guy in this situation. You don't have to be fully trusting, but saying that she lied when you don't have proof and you make fun of her because of this, it's just unacceptable and it's disgusting. If you don't know who to believe, then don't say anything. If you haven't seen any proof of these claims, don't say anything. If you don't believe potential victims, then definitely don't say anything. Also, for those that say that the guy was asleep, I just want to say, I'm gonna be honest, it's just no way that he was asleep, because first of all, look at how he's laying down. Now, call me a scientist, okay? Call me Bill Nye the Science Guy, call me Albert Einstein. But I think if he was truly asleep, his arm would have went limp and, fallen by his side. I mean, whenever you go to sleep, your arms and limbs, limbs, arms, legs, stuff like that, they go limp. They don't stay in a position like the way he's holding it. I mean, look at the video. All right, just look at it. That takes a good amount of strength, okay? So there's no way he could be asleep. The only way you can have that much strength is if you're awake. Plus, people who fake sleeping would try to see the reaction. He couldn't squint because that's just, not squint. He couldn't squint because it's too obvious. But people who put their arms over their eyes, they do that to, cover up the fact that they're sleeping. So they can still watch you, but it won't be as noticeable that they're awake. So, yeah, that's just a bit of skepticism from me about him being asleep. I just really don't believe it. Plus, it was literally 55 degrees Fahrenheit. His fan was on, pants and undies to the ankles. So it's just no way. Because first of all, would you feel a shiver? Yes, you would. Would you willingly open the door like that in cold weather like that, especially if your pants are down? Drunk or not, that's not an excuse. I don't care. So there's just no way that he was asleep. She invaded his privacy by staring. She could have walked away. She should have walked away. Invading privacy? Invading privacy? How can she be invading privacy if he had the door open for everybody to see? That's bullshit and you know it. You all know that. Just say that you guys do not support victims because it's just obvious. Again, please do your research before heading straight to the conclusion. Claiming these incorrect things and spreading misinformation makes all of you sound so uneducated and immature. Honestly, a bit of misogyny too. You guys do sound a little bit misogynistic as well. I get it if you didn't believe it at first. I mean, I personally didn't either. But the difference between me and the people who are spreading misinformation is that I did research. Because I can have skepticisms, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna at least try to do research so I can get a really good conclusion about this and get a nice formed opinion before I just jump straight to these things that aren't true, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Another thing too that I'm hearing from people is that they're claiming that she didn't call the police and only recorded and not really doing anything. This is not true. She tells us that she reported this to the police, and here's a video right here.
Here's an update for anybody who's interested. I reported this to DoorDash over 12 hours ago, and they're supposed to call me back, which is strange because I've reported a couple less serious incidents before, and they called me back within 1 to 2 hours for those reports. So I don't know what's going on there, but I didn't report this to the police last night because I wasn't sure of DoorDash's process for like SA, or if this was even reportable to the police in New York State because he was in his home. But after so many people told me to report to the police, I did.
So yeah, she did her part. She reported it to the cops, yet you guys still have negative things to say. You guys always want victims to report to the police instead of going to an app. But then when they do it, everybody turns a blind eye and still blames the victim. Speaking of a victim, let's watch the video that got many against her and caused people to cyberbully her.
Guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were gonna have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were gonna have to pay me for all those views I got. So no, they took that right down. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
So in the video, she is clearly distressed and screaming, "I'm the victim." She lost her job, just became a victim of indecent exposure, and her last money source, TikTok, is almost gone. Who could blame her for being distressed? She is in New York City, which is honestly a horrible place to be homeless in. She doesn't have a lot of money. Plus, if I was going through this and no one was believing me, then I would be stressed out and screaming too. Hey, also, to those who are saying that there's a Ring video of her opening the door, then please show it to me. Please, like, comment an account that shows this, all right? I mean, by now, with how crazy this has gone, it would have shown up. It would have shown up. But I don't see it, which is kind of fishy. And for those who are saying that it can't be shown for legal purposes, like, okay, cool, but here's my problem. Why are we still blaming the potential victim since this is all alleged? If there is a potential victim, I would rather believe them than slandering her going with the potential abuser. I will say this, in my humble opinion, I don't think this is a case of SA, but it is a case of indecent exposure. Even then, that really doesn't matter, and that shouldn't give people, especially other victims, the right to push her down and invalidate her experience. I'm speaking of a victim as SA myself. I have been through it multiple times, but it doesn't matter that she misworded it. What matters is that she has gone through this and that she's trying to, talk about her experience to get support. Because whenever you go through situations like this, support is needed. Very, very needed in times like these. The last thing I want to talk about is these AI-generated photos of the door being cracked and her opening it. The fact that you people are falling for this really concerns me for the future. Like, look at the door. Look at the warpness. Look at the blurriness. This right here is obviously AI. And in conclusion, we all need to do our research and look at every piece of media that we can about allegations in a case until, you make your own claims and conclusions, especially if you're going to spread it. Cases like these are very important and is a serious matter. Believing rumors and spreading false evidence is not only wrong, but can lead to you getting sued as well. Plus, it's just genuinely disrespectful. This is my first time making a video on YouTube or doing something like this. So if it's flawed, then that's why I'm a newbie to this type of thing. I'm free to actual good critiques and criticisms, and yeah. Goodbye, have a good day, love yourselves, take care of yourselves, and yeah, deuces.